Oh, can you see the screen and also hear me, Prathamesh? Good evening. Can you see the screen and also hear me? Yes, anyone who has joined can see the screen and also hear me. Thank you so much. Good evening, Satyajit. Thank you. Anyway, so without wasting much time, let us talk about this nervous coordination. Remember, we yesterday talked about how the impulses they are passed from a typical neuron. Without wasting much time, we'll be talking about the human brain, yours and mine, the human brain. So, as I said, that I'm going to stick only to the NCRT stuff. So, we'll be talking about only what is given in your NCRT biology. So, talking about brain, the major process for, can you please check if everything is fine? The major process, a process control system, you can say, which is controlling all your processes, right? Where your information is being processed and it is being controlled, that is your brain. So, whatever you can think of a movement, you can think of balancing your body, you can think of some vital functions like what you call as voluntary activities, some involuntary activities you can think of, like those controlled by your lungs, your heart, your kidneys. Thermoregulation, maintaining your temperature, your hunger, your thirst, right? Your circadian rhythm, the 24-hour clock which is happening in your body, the endocrine system, all your hormones, your behavior, the way you behave, the way you get angry, the way you do chit chit, the way you get sad, the way you start crying, right? All that particular stuff. Then your vision, whatever you can see, whatever you can hear, what you can say, your memory, your intelligence, oh my God, your emotions, your thoughts, everything is under the control of your brain. Sometimes now then you feel ki what exactly am I doing if this everything is being done by my brain. You need to understand that it is your brain, your not brain. I hope you understand the difference. So, though I said all this, your emotions, your behavior, your thoughts, your speech, your memory, your intelligence, whatever I'm saying, your understanding, then now you are like thinking, why the hell I am speaking? So maybe you are saying that, but I'm not able to hear. So all that is being done and processed by your brain. So only one thing which I would like to know it that here also they say that it is done by your brain. They don't say it is you brain. So you can still have a control over all this. Anyways, we are not discussing spirituality. Maybe that we can discuss in some other lecture. So your brain is protected, well protected inside your cranium. So you have a brain box. At least we can see the box. I don't know what is there inside. And I hope that we cannot eat your brains. Sometimes मला कधी कधी डाऊट येतो आपल्याला आपल्या लोकांचे ब्रेन ऐकू यायला लागले तर पांडुरंगारी. So we have a protection around, that is your skull, which is covered by meninges. So remember those three: the dura, the arachnoid, and the pie. Remember, so outside to inside, dura, arachnoid, pie. It's not pia. Oripia, it's not like that. So it is pie, arachnoid, and dura. So going from inside to outside, it is pie, arachnoid, and pia, and not pia, pie, arachnoid, and dura. And going from outside to inside, it is dura, arachnoid, and pie. Just let me know if there is any comment here. So you have the dura mater, the arachnoid mater, and the pie mater, which is covering your brain. So protecting you from mechanical shocks and injuries. Oh, hi, Karthik. Hi, Amar. Good evening. I don't know who the king has joined, the king of the world. Anyway, so I told you it is your dura, arachnoid, and pie, which is protecting your brain. So talking about the three major parts of your brain which they have mentioned: the forebrain. Four doesn't stand for four. You are hardly able to handle one. So the front part of your brain, that is your forebrain. So forebrain, then the midbrain, and then the hindbrain. So the three parts of your brain which you can see here. So forebrain, according to NCRT, comprising of three parts. It is your major part, that is cerebrum. not mentioned here, but 80-85% लगभग आपका cerebrum ही ले गया. Then you have ले गई. तो then you have this hypothalamus and then you have thalamus. Many other parts like olfactory lobe and diencephalon not mentioned. We have to stick to NCERT. I forgot. So NCERT में फटाफट आ रहे 5 मिनट में हो जाएगा. ब्रेन हमको जिंदगी में समझा नहीं, इधर 5 मिनट में समझ रहे हैं. So in 5 minutes, like if you look at this forebrain, so forebrain में आपको याद रखना है 3 चीजें. एक आपका cerebrum, दूसरा आपका thalamus, तीसरा आपका hypothalamus. So major part divided longitudinally divided, ऐसा vertically divided नहीं है, longitudinally. देखो काट के, लगिश मत काटो. So longitudinally divided into 2 sections, the right and the left. Oh, so you have nothing right in your left brain and you have nothing left in the right brain. I don't know how you are working. So you have the 2 parts, that is your right and your left. So 2 cerebral hemispheres, but still they are connected to each other by corpus callosum. So remember, the 2 right and left cerebral hemisphere connected by corpus callosum. So remember this. I know this diagram is not looking like much like your brain, but unfortunately ऐसा ही कुछ brain है हमारा. So you have this part like this is corpus callosum. At least for the labeling purpose, you can remember that this is the part that is corpus callosum. So your 2 right and left cerebral hemispheres are connected by your corpus callosum. The cerebral cortex is into many folds, the gyri and sulci. Not mentioned in your book though. So you have many folds. We don't have. I know that. So you can imagine this as mine. So you have this corpus callosum, which is connecting your right and left cerebral hemispheres. It has those many folds. And the outer part, which is there, it is made of the gray matter. It has many cell bodies. So the neuron, if you remember yesterday, we had seen the dendrons and the cell body and the axons. So it has many cell bodies out there, so therefore it appears gray. So remember, the outer part, the cerebral cortex, has many folds. It appears gray because it has many cell bodies. It has major areas. Some are motor, some are sensory. So where you could take the information that is sensory, where you could give the information that is your motor. Yeah, it is hard to accept, but it is hard to accept that you don't have brain, or it is hard to accept that I don't have one. So let us come into this topic here. So I told ki it is neither sensory nor motor. So many of the areas are association areas. So where you are receiving the impulses, the temperature, touch, pressure, pain, which you can feel, that is sensory. Where मैं इतनी बकवास कर रहा हूँ, that is the motor. And the one which is not neither sensory nor motor, purely, that is association. So it is neither sensory nor motor. So it has intersensory functions like memory, intelligence, completely missing in you all. So it has, I'm so sorry. So it is memory, then your communication and all that is being done by these particular intersensory regions or association regions. The fibers, there are some which have myelin sheath. Remember yesterday the neurons we saw, some were myelinated and some were non-myelinated. So those which were myelinated, which had that medullary sheath or myelin sheath, they were white fibers. So they are forming the white matter. So opaque white matter, it forms your inner, what you call as cerebral hemisphere, the medulla. So cerebrum, you will find is it wraps around a region which is called as your thalamus. So you have to remember it is this thalamus which is acting as the coordinating center for all your sensory and motor impulses. So all your sensory and motor impulses, they are being coordinated by this particular thalamus, the part which we are talking about. The next part, that is your hypothalamus, is at the base of your thalamus. So here you can see they have shown here, this is the thalamus, this is the hypothalamus, this is your entire cerebrum. So this cerebrum, this thalamus and this hypothalamus forms your forebrain. तो याद रखना है, लेबलिंग याद रखो, बाकी कुछ भी हो जाए. ये जो मेजर पार्ट दिख रहा है वो बेटा क्या है, सेरिब्रम. फिर ये जो दिख रहा है आपको, इसको क्या लेबल किया उन्होंने, थैलेमस. ये जो लेबल किया है हाइपोथैलेमस, जो नीचे आके लाइक पिट्यूटरी को कनेक्ट हो रहा है. एंड बोथ ऑफ दीज Oh, hi Karthik. And both of these, they are forming your forebrain. So cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus forming your forebrain. So outer one is the gray, the middle one is the opaque white, which is containing those myelin sheath wale. Hypothalamus is the base. It is the center for your controlling your body temperature, your urge for eating, urge for drinking. So, no, drinking water, I am saying. So, eating, drinking, the body temperature. It also has those neurosecretory cells which are actually producing the hypothalamic hormones. Not complicating the matter here because this will be studying in your neural control and coordination, chemical control and coordination. फिर वहां पे क्या पढ़ेंगे? So you just remember hypothalamus में क्या क्या होने वाला है? Body temperature का control, eating का control, drinking का control, neurosecretory cells जो क्या produce करने वाले आपके hypothalamic क्या hormones. Inner part of your cerebral hemisphere, ये जो inner part है cerebral hemisphere का वो और उसके deep नीचे कुछ structures है like amygdala and your hippocampus. So amygdala. So it is your amygdala and hippocampus along with your cerebral hemisphere ka inner region. It forms a complex limbic lobe or your limbic system. So this hypothalamus, the lower part, and your limbic system, ये याद रखना आपका hypothalamus और limbic system दोनों मिलके they are controlling your sexual behavior, your various what you call as other हम बोलेंगे ना emotions or feelings which we talk about, your experiences of your emotional reactions to your excitement like pleasure, rage, fear, है ना, आपके दिल में जो प्यार, डर, ऐसा जो भी आ रहा है, कभी कभी इंसानियत उमड़ आ रही है, कभी कभी हैवानियत उमड़ आ रही है. So that is because of this particular limbic system. Your amygdalas are very active. So you have those centers, no? Like in this adolescence, maybe in 12th you will study. These regions are more active where cognitive thinking is not functioning. You work with your emotions. आज आपका mood है, आपका mood होता नहीं वैसे कुछ, आपका mood अलग ही होता है. पढ़ाई का मूड में बात कर रहा था. So you have excitement, then you have pleasure, you have rage, you have fear, you have motivation, completely missing. आपको मोटिवेशन क्यों नहीं आता पढ़ने का? आई डोंट नो व्हाई. मे बी आपके यहाँ पे कुछ हो सकता है प्रॉब्लम. एनीवे, सो दैट इज योर मोटिवेशन. सो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज कि इनर रीजन ऑफ योर सेरिब्रल हेमिस्फीयर, फिर उसके अंदर जो डीप स्ट्रक्चर्स है जैसे अमैग्डाला और हिपोकैम्पस, ये दोनों मिला के क्या बना रहे हैं? आपका लिम्बिक सिस्टम. अब फिर ये हाइपोथैलेमस और लिम्बिक सिस्टम दोनों मिलके ये सारे इमोशंस और ये सारी मोटिवेशंस, रेज, फियर, प्लेजर, एक्साइटमेंट सब कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं. मिड ब्रेन कहां पर है? थैलेमस या हाइपोथैलेमस के नीचे और जो फोरब्रेन का पार्ट है और पॉन्स जो हाइंड ब्रेन का पार्ट है उसके बीच में जो रीजन है दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज योर मिड ब्रेन. उसमें से एक कैनल जा रहा है जिसको उन्होंने बोला है सेरिब्रल एक्विडक्ट. सो यहाँ पे आपको एक कैनल दिखेगा जिसको हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? सेरिब्रल एक्विडक्ट. सो रिमेंबर यहाँ पे मिड ब्रेन में आपको सिर्फ इतना ही याद रखना है कि इट इज बिटवीन थैलेमस, हाइपोथैलेमस एंड द पॉन्स व्हिच इज द पार्ट ऑफ द हाइंड ब्रेन. कैनल जा रहा है सेरिब्रल एक्विडक्ट. उसके डॉर्सल पार्ट में आपको 4 स्वेलिंग्स या लोब्स दिखेंगे जिसको इन्होंने बोला है कॉर्पोरा क्वाड्रिजेमिना. करते क्या है नहीं बताया. अच्छा है. बट देन मूवमेंट ऑफ आई इन रिस्पॉन्स टू, नहीं, मूवमेंट ऑफ हेड इन रिस्पॉन्स टू विजन. आप देख रहे हैं कुछ ऐसे ऐसे, आप विजन आपकी इधर उधर जा रही है, आपने कुछ गिर गया, आपने आवाज सुनी, आपने उधर मुंह कर दिया ऐसा, तो ये जो हेड का मूवमेंट हो रहा है, ऑडिशन, मतलब ऑडिशन नहीं, विजन या फिर ऑडिशन ऐसे, उसकी वजह से तो ये कंट्रोल करे, पर दिया नहीं है. तो आपको यहाँ पे सिर्फ इतना ही पढ़ना है. मिड ब्रेन किसके बीच में? थैलेमस, हाइपोथैलेमस और पॉन्स के बीच में. उसके बीच में से कौन सा कैनाल जा रहा है? सेरिब्रल एक्विडक्ट. उसमें 4 लोब्स है, स्वेलिंग्स है, जिसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? कॉर्पोरा क्वाड्रिजेमिना. खत्म, मिड ब्रेन खत्म. Then you have hind brain, the lower part of your brain, that is your hind brain, made of pons. ये अपना pons, so it is made of your pons, then your cerebellum and medulla. So ये जो आपको ये swollen part दिख रहा है यहाँ पे, this is your pons, right? उसके बाद ये जो झाड़ियां दिख रही है यहाँ पे, तो दैट इज योर सेरिबेलम, है ना, ब्रेन का सेकंड मेजर पार्ट आप बोल सकते हैं ना. ये बड़ा सा मेजर पार्ट जो है दैट इज सेरिब्रम, और उसके बाद ये छोटा सा जो पार्ट दिख रहा है दैट इज सेरिबेलम, और ये जो छोटा सा पार्ट दिख रहा है आपको दैट इज मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा, जो नीचे जाके आपको किससे कनेक्ट हुआ दिख रहा है? स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. लेबलिंग प्लीज 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 लेबलिंग देख लो. तो ये सेरिब्रम, ये कॉर्पस कैलोसम, ये थैलेमस, हाइपोथैलेमस, तीनों मिला के फोर ब्रेन, ये बीच वाला पार्ट मिड ब्रेन, ये डक्ट सेरिब्रल एक्विडक्ट, ये झाड़ियों वाला सेरिबेलम, उसके ऊपर ये पॉन्स और ये जो है मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा, और ये नीचे जाके किसको कनेक्ट होगा, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. सो पॉन्स में भी आपको फाइबर्स मिलेंगे जो डिफरेंट रीजन्स को इंटरकनेक्ट कर रहे हैं. सेरिबेलम में बहुत सारे कॉन्वोल्यूशंस मिलेंगे आपको जो स्पेस बढ़ाते हैं अंदर न्यूरॉन्स के लिए. आपकी बॉडी का एक्चुअली बैलेंस जो है, आप चलते चलते गिर नहीं रहे तो दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ योर सेरिबेलम. डांस करते करते नहीं गिर रहे, स्विमिंग करते करते नहीं गिर रहे, है ना. तो दैट इज एक्चुअली से पर नहीं दिया है. सेरिबेलम में आपको याद इतना रखना है कि हाइंड ब्रेन का पार्ट है, कॉन्वोल्यूशन है, उसमें स्पेसेस है बहुत सारे जिसमें क्या फिट हो रहे हैं आपके न्यूरॉन्स. सो यह है मेडुला, योर मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा जो कनेक्ट हो रहा है किसको, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. और ये इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शंस आपके कंट्रोल कर रहा है जैसे रेस्पिरेशन, कार्डियोवास्कुलर सिस्टम, रिफ्लेक्सेस या फिर गैस्ट्रिक सिक्रीशंस. तो डाइजेशन, रेस्पिरेशन, दिल, हार्ट बीट, ये कार्डियोवास्कुलर सिस्टम, रिफ्लेक्सेस, ये सारी चीजें कौन कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं, मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा. इसलिए आप देखो कभी कभी लोग मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा को बहुत संभालते हैं. यहाँ पे कुछ मार लग गई, ओ माय गॉड सॉरी, तो क्योंकि ब्रीदिंग बंद, रेस्पिरेशन बंद, हार्ट बंद, तुम बंद. सो रेस्पिरेशन, कार्डियोवास्कुलर रिफ्लेक्सेस और गैस्ट्रिक सिक्रीशंस ये कौन कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं, मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा. जो ब्रेन स्टेम है, दैट ब्रेन स्टेम आपको याद रखना है, यहाँ पे इज मेड ऑफ मिड ब्रेन, पॉन्स एंड मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा. तो ये जो मिड ब्रेन है, फिर ये जो पॉन्स है और ये जो मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा है, ये मिलके ये क्या बना रहे हैं, ब्रेन स्टेम. तो ये आप ब्रेन स्टेम, ऐसा ब्रेन को स्टेम से पकड़ के आप बत्तियां जलाओ कहीं तो दिमाग की बत्ती, तो ये जो ब्रेन स्टेम है, तो ये ब्रेन स्टेम किससे बनी है, मिड ब्रेन, देन योर पॉन्स एंड देन योर मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा, और ब्रेन और स्पाइनल कॉर्ड को ये कनेक्ट करा है, खत्म. तो दैट इज योर ब्रेन. So have a control of your brain. Thank you so much. Good night. Bye bye. Take care. Anything else? Yes, please. I hope that this should be fine. Hi Karthik. असोसिएशन लक्षात घे फक्त सत्यजित, आपल्याला एवढंच लक्ष, असोसिएशन जे आता खूप असोसिएशन होतील पण आपल्या लक्षात फक्त काय ठेवायचंय की असोसिएशन एरियाच्या दोनच मुद्दे लक्षात ठेवायचे की ते बरेच रिजन आहेत फोरब्रेन मधले, ते ना सेन्सरी आहेत ना मोटर आहेत, ते इंटरसेन्सरी आहेत. ते मेमरी, इंटेलिजन्स आपण म्हणूयात, कम्युनिकेशन, ह्या एरियाज ते कंट्रोल करतात. मग लक्षात फक्त मी काय ठेवायचंय, असोसिएशन एरिया इज नाइदर सेन्सरी नॉर मोटर, इज पार्ट ऑफ फोरब्रेन, इट इज इंटरसेन्सरी फंक्शंस लाइक मेमरी एंड कम्युनिकेशन. खत्म. एनीथिंग एल्स? आई थिंक दिस शुड बी फाइन. दिस इज फाइन. वी कैन स्टॉप नाउ. थैंक यू सो मच. There is so many things in this chapter. I would like to know who the king is. Prathamesh, I think this should be fine. Synapse remains. Maybe kal parso we will take the synapse, right? I am a bit I am too tired for now. So we can, yeah, I think you are more in a hurry than me, I think, to sleep now. So yes, just a moment. Oh, I don't know what happened. Anyways, so this should be fine. Yes, I think it should be. Good night then. Take care. सिनैप्स पढ़ लो. वैसे मैं अगले सेशन में फिर थोड़ा सा सिनैप्स भी ले लूंगा, बट इसका पूरा पढ़ लो एंड सो दैट यू आर वेल वर्स्ड विद इट. या बाय अमर. गुड नाइट. I don't know who else has joined. I don't know who the king is. I can see Satyajit, I can see Amar, I can see Prathamesh. There are two more people. Can you please name who are they? One is the king. I don't know who the king is. Bye Satyajit. Bye Prathamesh. Bye Amar. Who is the king? Can you please tell who is the king? प्रजा को बताओ ये king कौन है? Anyways, good night. If you don't want to say, I'm a bit tired. Yeah, लगेच कर call. लगेच immediately. Bye. One more person is there. So one is king, one is Satyajit, other is Prathamesh. May I know who the other person is? Anyways, good night.